Welcome to the Community Mind Chatters podcast. I think this is our fourth podcast, which is fantastic. And I'm Emma from Inspired to Change in Spalding. We also have Vanessa from Community Mind Matters, and a little extra treat today. We've got the wonderful Myall from Wellness Links to tell us all about what she does, how she does it, and give us a bit of background on her story. So very nice to see you, Vanessa and Zoe.
Hi, Emma.
That was a lovely introduction. Hi. So I run Wellness Links, all about fitness and well-being. So I'll concentrate on physical health, but also mental health that comes with that as well, and all the benefits of exercise. So as you can see behind me, so I do personal training, one-to-one. I do classes. During lockdown, I've been doing quite a lot on Zoom and Skype. We're starting some outdoor classes soon, starting a few boot camps. Hopefully indoor classes next month as well, just waiting on what the government says. So we're thinking, I think around 17th of May, but just waiting to hear. So that'll be good. Sports massage, I don't think I mentioned that already. Fitness classes, which I've just said, and obviously wellness classes. We also do meditation classes as well, which obviously brings in mindfulness, just switching off all those thoughts that are constantly going around our brains and just taking time for ourselves.
Yeah, fantastic. We know all about those negative chatter that goes on in our mind, don't we?
Yep.
We've all experienced that. So to start off, we can't wait to hear more about that, Zoe. So to start off, we just go have a quick round around the room and have a chat about what we've learned this week. So do you want to kick that off, Vanessa? What have you learned this week, this month, since the last podcast?
For me, it's just about being kinder to me. You know, just taking that time to doing the things that I enjoy in life, you know, instead of just trying to fit everything in. I mean, for me, kindness is at the top of my list, but if I'm not kind to myself, how can I help anybody else? You know, and I think we don't tend to forget that. We think, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And then actually, that's the reason we get tired and cranky and everything like that, because we're not taking care of our well-being. So, you know, this morning I've been for a run and, you know, it's just, and I really feel so much better when I've had that run. I've got so much more energy. You know, I'm just like, I could dance all day. You know, it just gives you that real good feeling, you know. And if I'd stayed in bed that extra hour, I wouldn't have this feeling now. So for me, it's looking after myself a bit more.
So what sort of things have you been doing this week to look after yourself, other than going for your run this morning?
Well, I've been to the hairdresser, so yay!
We were just talking about that, weren't we? Still haven't been.
So the hairdressers, and I've just, you know, I had a day in bed, not in a bad way, but just sort of like, I watched those programs on TV that we don't get a chance to watch, you know, those box sets and everything like that, you know, just a day where I can just have a day to just reflect and just, you know, just be me. Close the door, you know, but it's in a healthy way, you know, where sometimes we, oh, you haven't been out of bed all day. Is there something wrong? No, there wasn't anything wrong. I was being kind to myself.
It's good to have those days now and then, isn't it? You know.
Well, I haven't had one for ages. And plus, I had an afternoon nap, and that's really good for us.
It is. Fantastic.
So that's me.
Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you, Vanessa. What about you, Zoe? What have you learned this week?
Yeah, so we were talking about this before, weren't we? And I think what you were saying, Vanessa, it's absolutely okay to switch off sometimes and just take that time for yourself. And yeah, I mean, I'm always, you know, wanting to help people the best that I can, but it's just taking that time for myself as well and making sure that I fit in all my exercise and everything else, walking the dog, etc. But yeah, we were talking about baking before, weren't we? And really, I find it really therapeutic, and just that whole process of making something from nothing. I mean, I like to make my own bread as well, and without a bread maker, I'll do all the kneading and everything. And, get any tension out. It's
that's good, as well, isn't it? It's good for all those muscles. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it doesn't take too long. I like doing jigsaw puzzles as well.
Oh,
So
wow.
actually, before we came on, I just had a few minutes, so I was just doing a little bit of the jigsaw puzzle. It's out.
Yeah,
Let's go back to it from time to time.
Puzzle. So that's really. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really good for the mind as well.
Because it makes you concentrate, doesn't it?
Yeah, just immersing yourself in something else, and it's good for memory because you got to remember where's that piece. I remember. Go find it. Recognise other bits. And I got into it more during the lockdown, actually.
Yeah.
And, I find it really enjoyable.
It's really, really good for the brain because actually you're switching off, like you said before. It's almost meditative, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
Main focus, and like you said, you're having to remember where all the pieces are, etc.
Yeah.
What's the picture of?
This one is Amsterdam. So you've got the canal, you've got a little bike, all the tulips, and
how
houses behind. Yeah, it's a nice one.
Oh, maybe you can post a picture when you finished it.
Yeah, I will do. It's all half done at the moment, but it's I'm not thinking I've got to get it all done in a week, and it's just on the table, and every now and again I'll go back to it if I've got 5 minutes, and
Wow. So what have I learned? So I've learned that not everything goes to plan.
Wow, that's
true.
That's a good one.
And I think we've all learnt that through lockdown. But when you've got like a list of things to do, and you think I'm going to nail that this week, and then something happens there, you don't quite finish it, and then something else happens, and all of a sudden that list never got done, and you're thinking, where actually I've done so much, it's just not what's been on my list.
Yeah.
And you want everything to be perfect and everything to go to plan, but sometimes you just got to let things just flow as they're going to flow. And I think that's my big learning, that not everything goes to plan, but that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I think sometimes when you've got a big list, you can get so absorbed in it, can't you? And think, I've got to get it done. But it's just doing what you can. And, if you don't get it done, just... Yeah, there's always another day.
I think we've all learnt that. I think I've learnt that. Not to worry about the little things. Just to. There's always a way. I always seem to find a way to achieve everything. And if it doesn't happen on when it should, it'll happen. But just about, I think. It's just about taking things a bit slower and not putting too much pressure on yourself, because we all do it, don't we?
Yeah.
We do.
I think that's the thing. We always feel that we have to rush, and we have to be busy. And, if somebody asks you, what have you been doing? It's always, well, not always, but a lot of the time, you've been busy? And you feel, you don't want to say, well, no, but I had a day off today, just lay on the sofa and, watch movies. But it's okay to say that sometimes. And
absolutely.
Rush.
Yeah, we've got to take things a bit slower sometimes. We just have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like that, if you don't look after yourself and take that time to rest, and then, you can't fill others' cups if yours is empty.
No, absolutely.
Brilliant. So let's have a chat about you then, Zoe.
Okay.
What is Wellness Links, and how did it get started?
So I trained as a personal trainer and fitness instructor and sports massage therapist in 2006. That date just sticks in my mind. But I'd always been into health and fitness, and I was actually overweight myself when I was younger, and so I learned how to eat more healthily. I lost weight and started doing a lot more exercise. And since then, I've just always been into, as I said, health and fitness and realising the benefits from it. So I did my training and started Wellness Links, and now I'm helping other people.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what kind of pushed you in to start eating healthy?
To start eating healthily, it was just learning more about different foods, because when I was younger, I didn't know so much about nutrition and what was good, what was bad. I don't like to say bad food, but things that you can eat better. So just learning about it myself, and started to make some changes, and that's where I am now.
Wow. And then with the sports massage as well, is that something that you were interested in, or was it something that was part of your personal training program?
Yeah, so it was part of my personal training course, and it wasn't something that I thought about before. But as I did the training, it came hand in hand. So we learned about muscles, we learned about injuries, etc., and just learning how you can help people if they've got any muscular imbalances or injuries, back problems, with exercise and with the massage. And it all came together, and I got a lot out of it.
Fantastic. And the massage is really good for your mental health as well, isn't it?
Yeah, there is some research that says that it can lower stress, helps lower blood pressure, and again, it's just good for relaxation, because you just, maybe for an hour or however long you're having that treatment, it just helps you to switch off and take that time for yourself. So what we were saying before about just stopping and slowing down, I think a lot of us find it really hard to do that. Yeah. So it's just immersing yourself in that moment.
Yeah.
And have you always worked by yourself? Do you have a team, or is it just you going?
Yeah, so I have a business partner as well. She also works in education, but she works in the business with me. At the moment, she's pretty busy, but it's mainly me at the moment. But Holly, she works with me, so she's sort of behind the scenes.
Oh, fantastic. And so you mentioned, I think we've got a little bit of feedback.
I think we've got an echo, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where that's just all of a sudden happened, doesn't it? So you mentioned you do online classes.
Yeah.
Did you do sort of outdoor, I'll reword that. Do you do classes at a certain venue or outside, or?
Yeah, so normally I do a class called Renew, which is a mixture of exercises based on yoga, Tai Chi and Pilates. Wow. And I also use resistance bands. And then at the end, we do our meditation. So about 10-15 minutes relaxation, and I talk everybody through a script. So it's just taking yourself to another place. So visualizing that you're on the beach or on holiday, or just lying on a picnic blanket on the grass, looking up at the sky, watching the clouds. So again, just takes your mind off to somewhere else. So it's a nice, slow, controlled class, but it also helps you posture, and again, just helps you switch your mind off. So that's a Renew class. And then I do my boot camps in the summer. I can really hear that echo.
I can't hear it.
Can you not?
No.
So there's a bit more high energy, but again, for all abilities, so we've got high impact and low impact options for that. We've got it coming up, hopefully, providing the weather's okay, next week in Gosberton. I'm doing it on the playing field. And at Ascafy Gardens, they've kindly given me the go-ahead to do the boot camp again this year. So that's starting on the 19th of May.
Oh, I should be there.
You're going to come?
Oh,
so
yeah, definitely. 6
to 8 weeks. So you've got a choice of doing the 6 or the 8 weeks, or 7 weeks if you want. And I've done that so in case people, they've got something on and they can't come to every week. So that's going to be, as I said, outdoors. It's an hour. So we do a warm up and a cool down, and we start off with about 30 seconds on each exercise, so you get rest in between. So and it's for everybody. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So that's that.
What time will that one start?
Pardon?
What time will that one start?
Oh, it's 7 o'clock till 8.
Okay.
Yes, excuse me, 7 till 8 in the evening. And I make it lots of fun as well. Obviously, with the COVID restrictions, we can't use equipment because we can't be sharing equipment. So it's going to be body weight exercises and a mixture of cardio as well. So so that'll be good.
Looking forward to it.
And then personal training. So I go to people's houses or can meet them in a park and do one-to-one. Depends what people want. So sometimes people want to do for weight loss. Sometimes people are recovering from an injury. Sometimes people just want to make a change, get stronger. So lots of different reasons. Yeah, excuse me, voice going. So everybody's an individual. And with the restrictions, I did it on Skype, which is a little bit different because I've never done Skype before. And I can now go to people's gardens at their homes. Can't go indoors yet.
No.
And obviously in a public place. So again, hoping that's going to change next month. Yeah.
Restrictions left, it'll be so much better, won't it?
Yeah, it's been a strange time, but I've had to adapt. So my clients have had to adapt as well. And actually, people have been really good. And yeah, they've enjoyed it. And I've got a nice group who do the online classes with me, and actually online we've done all sorts. We've done full body. They're only half an hour. We've done the Renew class online. I do a core strength class, resistance bands, seated exercise as well. I try to remember everything that I do. And they've said to me it's just been really good as well for their mental health and for the social aspects of being able to still see people. And, you know, sometimes we'll go on and we'll have a little bit of a chat before, but that's all part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been really good. It's been good for me as well, because with the lockdown, you know, I think it's affected all of us, and it's been nice for me to have that regular thing and being able to see people. So, yeah.
Routine's been a massive thing for people, hasn't it? And where our routine's probably been kind of shifted or disrupted, if you can create a new routine, that really, really helps. You know, it might not be the same one, but creating new routines, waking up at the same time, you know, having an appointment or a class to attend, give you something
that's it.
Get motivated for. It's really important.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that's the thing that comes in with the personal training that I do. It's having that routine. A lot of us we want to exercise, but this can sometimes be something else to do, and we get distracted. But I know my clients say they know that I'm going to be there, whether it's online or face-to-face, this time on this day, and then that's booked out for them. So I said to one of my clients the other day, it's like booking out a meeting. So if you're at work, you know, you've got to do that meeting. You're not going to put anything else in. So same with your exercise. Plan it into your day.
Yeah, fantastic idea.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I've started to do with not necessarily exercise, but I'm going to do that now. Now you've said that.
Yeah.
It's like booking in time.
That's it, and that's your time. Yeah.
Nothing changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I did that this morning. You know, I just my friend messaged me last night, and I thought, she went, "Oh, we haven't, you know, we didn't do a run last night because of the weather." Yeah. And I said, "Well, all I can do is a morning one." And she went, "Oh, let's do it."
Yeah, that's good.
She said, "Let's do a morning one." It motivated me to get up this morning.
That's great.
If I was to say, "Oh, right, I'm just going to get up for myself," I probably wouldn't have done it. I'd have gone back to bed, another cup of tea. It's just, you know, you just think another 10 minutes, you know, when we need it. I know how I feel today through doing it.
And that's the thing with exercise. Some of us, we're better at exercising in the morning, sometimes at lunchtime, sometimes in the afternoon or evening. And that's, you know, it's how you feel best. So you do it when your body feels right. And exercise, it doesn't mean, going for a run, brilliant. Doesn't mean that you have to go for a run though. So even just do something small, like just, you know, walking down the road to the shop, rather than getting in the car. Using stairs instead of a lift, you know, all the things that you hear, but it's just those small steps.
Just keep
literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
Just to keep your body moving, and that
absolutely, yeah.
Doesn't have to be scary lifting weights or running really fast. It can be just moving your body. So
definitely. Yeah. Yeah, as I said, we do seated exercise for one of the sessions, and you actually really do move your body quite a bit. So even sitting in a chair, and I put some music on, so we have a bit of fun with it, and you just feel really good. I think it releases those. Again, I'm sure you've heard this before, but it releases those feel-good hormones, and lifts your mood. When you exercise as well, it gets that extra oxygen to your brain, and it helps you think more clearly. I know if I'm, got a lot of thoughts around in my head, I'll do a bit of exercise, or go for a walk, or go for a run, and I'll come back. My head is so much clearer, and I can focus.
I know it's a strange one, isn't it? You say, you just need to go for a walk, and people think, what's a walk? How's a walk?
Yeah.
But it actually really does cleanse the mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
It does. I think when you teach exercise as well, and when you do it, for you it feels like, okay, it's you can go for a walk. It's not a problem. But I know for a lot of people, it is making that first step, and sometimes it's really hard to open the door and to go outside for a walk. So, if it's just walking around inside your house to start.
Sometimes the first step can be just dusting off your trainers and putting them on. And then that's the first step done. Maybe then maybe tomorrow you might put them on. Yeah. Walk around the house, and then maybe the next day you might go out the front door. It's those little times. That's absolutely it. Yeah. And it's not, feeling bad if you don't do it. If you say, okay, I was going to go today, I didn't go. Okay, don't worry. There's always tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's not the end of it, is it? Fantastic.
Again, it's not putting too much pressure on it, is it? It's just, just because exercise is supposed to be enjoyable at some, you're supposed to. And I know once I've done it, the benefits are amazing. It's just, but it is. I think it is. It's just taking that first step, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, and also if you've got somebody to go with, it's a great help. I know for me, when I go running, though, I like to go on my own. I like to have my music because that motivates me. But I know other people that say to me, "No, I like to go with a friend," and it's what works for you.
Absolutely.
We sort of mentioned this at our running group the other night. I like to run on my own as well. I'm the same as you, Zoe.
Yeah.
Everybody's different, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know some people like music, some people don't want music. But it's what works for you. There's no set rule. You have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. Yeah. And if you don't like running, that's fine. You don't have to run. Do something else.
Just walk.
Yeah.
And it's finding that exercise that you enjoy, like Vanessa said. There's no point in planning into your diary to go swimming once a week if you don't enjoy swimming, is there?
Absolutely, and that's what I always say to people. Yeah, I always give everyone a questionnaire before we start, and one of the questions is, what exercise do you most enjoy? What exercise do you least enjoy? Because there's no point in me giving you this, and this to do if you don't like it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I like doing? And it's really sort of like, I like to put some really, really good music on. Some really. To dance around the house. I just like to, because I love dancing, but at the moment we can't go dance, and I really miss that. So I just, as long as my son doesn't see me, he'll be like, "Oh, Mum, what are you doing?" But I think it's, whatever works for you, whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I was actually doing some training yesterday. We're outside in the garden, and two ladies I'm training at the moment. And we had some music on. My music wasn't working. Said, "Oh, listen, I'll put ours on. You might not like it." I said, "It's fine, just put it on." So we were doing all that exercise. And then suddenly the cha-cha slide came on, and we all started just dancing to the cha-cha slide.
I love that.
And we were just having so much fun,
And that's what it's about. And I think when you're doing something like that, you don't realise how hard you work in your body, because there is some, it's just can be quite difficult, that song.
Yeah, it works you hard. But again, we were just having a laugh, and again, that's getting those feel good hormones going, and just feeling good.
So Zoe, what kind of person comes to you for help? Who do you help? Is it older people, younger people, children, ladies?
All. Yeah, people from all different backgrounds. The personal training, mainly adults. We did have a lad who's 17, actually. He was trained to go into the army. So he did some training with us. His mum got in touch, and so that was good. And he got in, so that was great.
Wow.
Passed all his fitness tests.
Yeah.
But my oldest client, he's 88 years old. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
All ages, and we have couples, and we have individuals. So. Yeah. It's nice because you get to meet lots of different people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I guess everybody has their own different capabilities as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and every program that I do is individual, so I won't do, one program for everybody, because everybody's got different goals. And that's the thing, I'll always ask people what their goals are. So it'd be specific.
So remind me again, how old is Wellness Links? Yeah.
Oh, well, Wellness Links is because we originally started, we were called Give It Some Fizz, but we changed the name to Wellness Links because it's Lincolnshire and wellness.
Yeah.
Summarises everything that we do. So it's been getting on for about 7 years now. We've been going.
Fantastic. Out of those 7 years, what are you most proud of?
Oh, that's really difficult. I think all of it really, because I said everybody that I've worked with, I'm proud of, because everybody's made that step to make a change. So yeah, I couldn't say one thing really.
It must be really rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It really is, and that's doing what keeps you doing it.
Yeah, I bet. So, in terms of your business, what are you most proud of?
Oh, I think just being able to set the business up. I mean, that was a big step for me, because when I set it up, I didn't know anything about running a business. So I've had to do a lot of research, and I'm still learning myself constantly. So I think, yeah, and all the organisation, because it's not just what we do, it's all, I mean, I'm sure you'll both know as well with what you do, it's all the behind the scenes. So it's doing all the admin and, making sure that you've got everything up to date. So.
And I don't think, not everybody sees that side of it, because there is a lot that goes into what you do. Yeah,
it's preparing the classes, designing all the classes, doing all the paperwork, designing programs, keeping in touch with everybody as well. So, and constantly learning new things and doing research and constantly updating all my skills and doing new qualifications. So, lots of work.
That continuous improvement to develop yourself as well, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. That's why I relax doing a jigsaw puzzle.
So, yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I had to learn when I started doing hypnotherapy, which was like 2 years ago now. It was almost the case of, I'm running my own business now, and I have to make the decisions. I've always had those decisions made for me.
Yeah.
This is mine, and I make the decisions. Oh no, it was almost like, it's me, it's all down to me.
I know, that's it, yeah.
I have to put my business hat on now, and that was a massive sort of mindset change. And like you said, you're constantly learning, and I don't think I'll ever be at a point where I know everything. It's always that learning, isn't it? Fab. So is there anything else about Wellness Links that you think we should know, Zoe?
Oh, just that we want to keep helping people really, and even if people don't want to book our services, I'm happy for people to get in touch and ask me questions anytime. So on our Facebook page I do put up sort of a mini workout or exercise ideas every Friday, and that's completely free, so do have a look at that. Instagram as well, which I've started learning. I've never used Instagram before, so that's a new thing. I have to learn all these things, and we've got a YouTube channel which we're setting up as well. I started using that a bit more now over lockdown, so that's all free resources.
We've all had to sort of like use all this. So if somebody had said to me about podcasting before lockdown, I'd gone no, but now, to be honest with you, thinking, why didn't I start this ages ago? This is brilliant. It's really good way of getting the messages out there.
Definitely. I mean, I think I said before, when I started doing my classes, I thought, I'm not sure about doing it on screen.
Yeah.
So not sure about that. But once you get going, and it's okay, and it's been really good.
Do you think you will keep any classes online and do a bit of a mix?
They've asked me to, so I will do. And I've got a couple who I do personal training for who we're still doing it online at the moment, because they live a little bit further out of the area. So so that's good, and it is like being in the same room. It's nice doing face to face, but it works pretty good as well doing it online.
And I guess you get a further reach then as well, not necessarily.
Yeah, you do. Excuse me. Yeah.
So what's the best way for someone to contact you, Zoe? How would it be getting?
So as I said, we've got the Facebook page, Wellness Links. Our email address is info@wellnesslinks.com. And the website is www.wellnesslinks.com. So hopefully it's nice and easy to remember.
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant what you do. It's really good because it's great to inspire people to get moving, to help them.
Yeah.
Physical and mental health, and actually physical and mental health is connected, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're not two different things. They are actually the same. They work together, and if one's off kilter, then the other one is. It's
absolutely, and you know, we understand all that as well, and we're not judgmental of anything, so people can be completely you know, honest and open with us, and obviously we keep everything confidential, but just talking, yeah, we're here to help.
Oh, wonderful. It's fantastic what you do.
Thank you
for talking to us today. It's been really great to understand more about what you do and how you do it, and how people can get in touch with you if they wanted to. And yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zoe.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Lovely. It's really nice.
So we'll be back next month with another podcast for you. We may or may not have another, what's the word? I can't think of the word. I want to say celebrity.
Definitely not a celebrity. Guest, special guest.
You are a celeb.
I think I'm starting.
We all are. We're all celebrities.
I did get stopped at the petrol station yesterday filling up.
Oh.
Yes, hopefully we might have a special guest next time. Fantastic. Thanks, Zoe.
Thanks, Zoe.
Next month.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.